The big title for the project is Our Gruesome Cultural Heritage. We could define it as scenographic deconstruction of national mythologies. What we're trying to do is, by means of scenography in a very expanded context, raise questions about our past, about our heritage, and especially how we're dealing with that. Basically dealing with three different stories in connection to this island. One story is related to the warship Blücher in the Second World War, April 8, 1940, when Nazi Germany was attacking Norway. And that was the biggest warship that was sunk by torpedoes very close to that island. This ship was totally overpacked. There were 600, 700, 800 German soldiers, teenagers, who drowned that very morning. Of course, it was the enemy at that time. Not anymore. Why is there nothing commemorating? Why is nothing reminding us of that history? Also in the Second World War, the Gestapo was sending resistance fighters down to the island to get executed there. After the war, the Norwegian collaborators to the Nazis were forced to undig those resistance fighters and organize proper funerals for them. And that happened with almost all of them. But there's a strong belief that still somewhere on the island there has to be 6 former resistance fighters that never were found and never dug out, and most probably because they were communists. 100 years ago, on the adjacent mainland was, and still is, a big weapon factory which had a dynamite production plant which exploded. So they relocated onto that island. Dynamite production is very dangerous, very fine work, needs very delicate hands. So most workers in dynamite production are women. Nobody wanted to work there. So it was about 100 years ago. Police in Oslo was hunting down all prostitutes, and they had the choice to either go to work in the dynamite production plant or to go to prison. Important is that when talking about memorials, it's not a memorial in the sense, oh, now we finally can shelve something away, that it's not something pointing to the past, but a memorial always has to be something pointing to the future. So it might also not immediately be understandable for everyone, but it raises questions.